When we talk about financial risk, one of the first choices we have to make is how to represent returns. In this model, we'll use log returns. We use log returns because they give us a true percent change that adds up nicely over time. They treat gains and losses symmetrically and statistically is more well behaved, which is critical for fitting heavy-tailed distributions like student T for VaR and CVaR. So now looking at our code, usually best practice is to start with the author and purpose, import libraries, and then your definitions. We have our compute log returns, and at the bottom we have main. Our first function, compute log returns, is going to take the input, which is our raw data that we downloaded here from CoinGecko on Bitcoin historical data, and the output is going to be formatted ready for our VaR and CVaR. We start off by loading the raw data, sorting it chronologically, and then computing the log returns. We drop the first NA value, select the columns that we want, and save to our output. Now in our main, we take the base directory, set up our input-output, and then call our compute log returns function. Now what I did here is added a verbose step. What this does is allows me to toggle this print statement on and off. The print statement basically gives me a 5-number summary, standard deviation, and kurtosis. We'll go ahead and call it summary stats, and if verbose is true, we'll go ahead and print those returns. Let's go ahead and run the code now. So the verbose summary statistics that we just added gives us direct insight into the data. We can see here a very large negative minimum, 43%, slightly offset by the max of 28%. For mean and median, we can see a slight positive drift, and for the standard deviation around 3.75, which is expected for Bitcoin. That volatility alone, however, doesn't explain the fat tails. That's why the excess kurtosis of 9.41 is so striking. This suggests that extreme events happen magnitudes above what a normal distribution would suggest. This is a textbook example of when to use a student T distribution. Using log returns and cleanly structuring the output isn't just a coding detail. It ensures that risk managers and quants can make informed decisions rather than being misled by the data. In the next video, we're going to be looking at the distributions of these log returns.